Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today we're going to be testing out HULKBUSTER and Rescue 3099 in PvE content to gauge their value and see if they're worth building for PvE, building possibly with a CTP or not. Are they CTP worthy? We've got an ignore dodge crit damage 140 for Rescue. We've got a regular crit damage 180 for HULKBUSTER. The lightning damage doesn't do anything extra. And we're going to be doing this side by side because despite the recent length of my videos, I'm not trying to make this one a 20-minute-er. I do want to test them and sort of explore and explain why I do things a certain way and how I can quickly see which characters are better than others doing the same semi-repetitive tests under the same conditions, sort of the dreaded stage 9 thing that some of you guys don't like. But yeah, we're also going to be talking at the end of the video about the PvP value for these characters, because although I haven't tested it, it seems very evident that these characters were built with both in mind. And that's sort of been the case for most characters in the past, almost the past year of updates, where there are very few characters that come out that are clearly built for one or the other game mode. It's very easily represented in all three of the native tier 3s. They're all very good in varying degrees for PvE, but they also have, you know, quite a substantial amount of value for PvP. And you rarely get a character nowadays like Human Torch, where it's very clear from the get-go he has 0 PvP value and all PvE value. You know, most characters, they can do a little bit of A, and they can do a little bit of beast. Because Supergiant, Proxima, you've got, you know, characters like Blue Marvel. I mean, not you know, it could be a little bit more leaning towards PvE or more leaning towards PvP, but Daredevil, Captain America, Falcon, Yelena, right? So many of these characters, you're like, man, they seem good for PvE, but they also seem good for PvP. Now, PvP doesn't mean the same thing to every player, so I'm not going to focus on it too much, but I do want to recognize that, I do acknowledge that it's much more nuanced and it's much less obvious. You know, this one's for PvE, this one's for PvP. I think it's more like you can sort of Build-A-Bear almost, where you can choose what you want to do and how you want these characters to shake out. Some people want to build their Daredevil with a Greed for Dispatch. Some people want to build them with an Authority or a Regen for Timeline Battle, right? These are all valid choices and they actually work. So we're going to do the standard stage 9 clear, and I'm doing this one, and I know some of you guys don't like it. I know most of you guys like it or don't care, but I'm doing this because it helps me. You know, having the amount of Pierce that I have, I know that you guys are here trying to get my opinion, and my opinion is so much more well-informed when I can test these characters in, basically, this is a vacuum that I procced early. This is a vacuum in the sense that I'm always doing the same rotation. I mean, not the same rotation. We're always doing the same parameters, right? No team, no support. We procced early again there. I'm not sure what happened, but we're always doing the same test, and that actually helps me a lot to really gauge how strong these characters are, and you'll see why when we switch over to Rescue. So I'm going to do this combo again here, 3, 5, 6. We nailed the proc beautifully, so we get a nice like 6-7 bars worth of damage. And we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. We procced on 5, no worries. Procking on 5 and procking on 4 here. Not too much of a difference. We do get the second cage dodge. Very easy to dodge the cages with HULKBUSTER. I do think that not standing so close to Null is actually the better idea. We're also gonna wait here for the next charge, because sort of like Human Torch, HULKBUSTER gets the majority of his damage from his Transcended ability. So if you're not a big fan of those characters, you may want to steer clear of HULKBUSTER outside of being a leadership / support. He's definitely still a good character and a good support and a good lead, but he may not impress you enough as a standalone character. So this is, to me, not impressive. 1.5 minutes. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, why isn't that impressive, Alex? Like, okay, what's the big deal? Okay, so very quickly, I can do this. It's a very, very fast comparison here. Yes, he has a CTP of energy. I know, but here's Cull Obsidian. He has some Odin's Blessings as well, but okay, he's a combat type as well, okay? And he's also Transcended, so he gets to pop off his Transcended skill right away. He also has Accumulation. Here we go. This is why that minute and 30 doesn't impress me. We dodge the cage there, okay. And we should be done here as soon as the energy proc activates. This was actually kind of slow, to be honest. That was 23 seconds. It should have been 20 seconds. So now do you see why these stage 9 clears are really important? I don't, you know, call me crazy. I will give HULKBUSTER an energy and test him in a minute. But there's no way he's going to gain a minute on his clear time with a CTP of energy. There's just no way. I can tell you that right now. There's just no way. So these tests are really important because it you know, it sends off a red flag or a yellow flag in my mind. Now, in Rescue's case, she doesn't have the leadership. So again, that's another thing that goes against Hulkbuster. He had a 35% all attack, and he's a minute slower. Okay, so now we're going to compare him to Rescue here quickly. You guys pointed out in the last video, thank you for pointing this out, I was canceling Rescue's 4th skill too early, and I wasn't getting the Frenzy buff. So I will wait here to get that Frenzy buff. I got interrupted, but it's okay. We still managed to proc on the 5 cancel 6 combo. Very nice. You can see it does actually more damage than Hulkbuster's combo. We do activate our next proc early. We don't dodge the cage. This is kind of messy, but let's see how she can do here with now moving into the combo. And her regular combo... Wow, Alex. Wow. Okay, so I messed up. I canceled 5 too early. My bad. So her regular 5-4 combo is actually hitting harder. You can see there she does like 3 bars. It actually hits harder than Hulkbuster's. I get... Wow. This is not going well for Rescue. I got stunned there, and the 5th skill got interrupted, so we don't get as much of a chain hit. It's really annoying, but we still get this to go down. There we go. We do manage to dodge the 2nd cage. Very nice. There we go. There we go. There we go. So that was the first good non-transcended proc. So you can see here, even with all of these goof ups, right, and all of this inconsistency, she is clearly faster. Man, she got interrupted on every setup to proc for Transcendence. So you can see, like, now you start to see, you're like, wow, Alex had so many mistakes and so many interruptions where he guard broke you or he stunned you, and I'm still 10 seconds faster than Hulkbuster, and I lost the 35% lead. Okay? So at this point, what my analysis is telling me is you could give Rescue an energy. This is my guess. I'm gonna go and do it now and show you guys how this shakes out. You could give her an energy and she might actually surprise you. She could even surprise you with a mighty energy, but I don't think Hulkbuster is going to be worth... We're gonna go with this one right here. I don't think Hulkbuster is gonna be worth an energy. I really don't. I'm gonna give him one anyways, just for the sake of comparison, and it's also gonna be a 180 proc. But I don't think he's worth. I don't think he's worth the energy. His regular 3-4-5 combo doesn't have enough hits, whereas Rescue's does. And even though he has accumulation, it's just... I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work. We're gonna see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe his Transcendent skill is all he needs, like Human Torch, because his Transcendent skill does have a lot of hits. So let's go ahead and see how this works out. But this is why I do these kinds of tests, and this is why I always keep it very, you know. Yeah, no, there's no way. That's 9 bars. There's no way. Yeah, he upgrades his regular combo to 2 bars. There's no way. Let's see here. Yeah, barely 2 bars. 2.5 bars tops. There's no way. All right, we're gonna wait here. No. Yeah, this is why you wouldn't want to do this. We just procced on the wrong skill, so we're just getting the chain hit. Yeah, bummer, dude. So I still think Hulkbuster is going to be good. We procced on 5 there. I still think Hulkbuster is going to be good as a lead. Like, he obviously still has a great leadership, a la Cyclops. I don't know why it wouldn't let me do 3 first there. And he has a good support passive, and I think he will see some play in PvP. But as you can see here, we're probably gonna finish it here with this. He's also slow. But yeah. Oh, is he gonna finish it? Oh, barely misses it. Okay, so clean up this run. At best, this is gonna be like a 3:55 run, maybe a 4-minute, maybe a 1-minute run. Again, now he's competing much more in line with Cull Obsidian, who's got a CTP of energy, and there's no way, right? There's just no way that he's competing with him. And again, he's got 51,000 physical attack. Black Dwarf does, right? But if you count Hulkbuster during his leadership, he's got 49. So it's almost identical. And he's got accumulation, right? So it's really a matter of the chain hit, and there's other things involved in there. But yeah, so my verdict right now, again, you could like, Hulkbuster's not terrible. You could definitely use him with a CTP of energy. He's gonna be better than some characters for sure. But yeah. If you have the chance to build up Cull Obsidian, for example, oh, we procced early. Darn, dude. he's going to be way, way better. We can also test Moon Knight here really quickly against these as well to see how he does, but I'm pretty sure Moon Knight's going to out DPS Hulkbuster as well. But again, Moon Knight doesn't have any value outside of being a damage dealer. So here we go. Yeah, see, this is what, yeah. Nice. Okay, that's actually gonna proc on that skill, but we dodge the cage. Nice. 3, 2, 1. Pop the 5. Pop the 4. Boom. Yeah, look at that. 4.5 to 5 bars. Let me see if with the clones up, she gets stunned by the cage. No, eh? I really like her regular combo. Yeah, see, so she's going to be a lot faster than Hulkbuster because her regular combo... Oh, we got stunned. My bad. Her regular combo does a lot more damage. We just lost about 5 seconds there. But let's go. She's done. So this is a lot closer to what you would expect from a good character that's CTP worthy. She has no leadership now, right? And she's still clocking in 20 to 25 seconds faster than Hulkbuster. This is much more competitive compared to the other characters on my roster, right? This is much more like, Again, it's not Moonstone, right? But okay, let's take a look here. I was gonna do Iron Man because of the robots, not robots, machine type, but it's not fair because he's not transcendent. So here we go. This will give you an idea of what like a top tier blast type looks like. This is more like Cull Obsidian, right? But again, she costs 6,000 crystals, so yada yada yada. Right? But again, this is a 20-second clear. So the top end characters in the game are going to be able to clear the first stage on stage 9 with no lead in about 20 seconds, right? And then the next tier of characters is somewhere around 30 seconds. The next tier of characters, in my case, is somewhere around 40 seconds, and it sort of goes on. If you're at 50 seconds and up, right, 55 seconds, a minute, it's starting to slow down. It's not really worth it, right? Because then you scale that back with no pierce, and then suddenly the character is very, very average. So let's test out this guy here. I hope I don't have... I don't. Okay, good. I don't have... what's it called? SFX on. I think he's gonna take him about 30 seconds. We get caught by the cage, so we lose 5 seconds. Oh, we're gonna get caught by the... We lost 10 seconds. Okay, we have to add 10 seconds to the score. Poor guy, poor guy. Nice, 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 okay. Okay, so 428, right? Because you add the 10 seconds back where he got stunned. So you can see what I'm saying? So I can already kind of tell, based on how much damage they do with their opening attack, especially for transcended characters, because I've been testing a lot of transcended characters lately, that, you know, if they're not doing like 15, if they're not pushing right past the first cage into the second cage, they're not top tier. It's not Supergiant, it's not Moonstone, it's not Cull Obsidian, right? If they are pushing to the first cage, pushing like 10, 15 bars, then they're like the second tier, like the Moon Knights, maybe Rescue, these kind of characters. If they're slower than that, if they're not even pushing, like if they're barely getting to the first cage in the first rotation with the Transcended skill, let's take one more example here, Quasar. And again, not many people were that... Quasar was good, right? I made a video, Godzilla made a video, Moonbro, a lot of people like Quasar. But is Quasar the thing? Nah, not really. Very easy rotation as well. It's just 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom, 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 cancel, cancel, cancel. All right, let's see how this goes. Boom, 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 cancel, cancel, cancel. We get a whole bunch of chain hit, crazy, crazy, right? Looking good, boom, boom, boom. All kind of chain hit, right? We're gonna dodge this here. So we missed both cages, which is a really good sign, sign number 1. I think I missed my proc there, goofy. Lingered on the 4 a little bit. And this is gonna end up being, this is actually kind of slow. Oh, we missed our 4 on that combo. So this could be a little bit faster, but I believe we did dodge both cages. We did dodge both cages. That is kind of slow. I think it could be a little bit better. I haven't played Quasar in a little bit, so maybe like 4:15. But even this is kind of slow, but even she's faster than Rescue. Right? Rescue was like a minute. So ultimately, I would say that both of these are probably a skip for being CTP worthy. If I had to choose one, I would definitely say Rescue. But that being said, I just want to explore a couple things here. So if we go over to abilities and we check out machine types, you can see that the number of machine type characters in the game is the list is pretty short. On top of the list being short, how many of these characters are good for PvP? How many characters here have been good for PvP in the history of the game? 2. Nimrod and Hulkbuster. Hulkbuster way back in 2015, and then Nimrod, you know, before the X-Men got tier 3, but when they were good. Mutants, there's no mutants in PvP anymore. Go check. They're not there. There's no mutants in PvP. They're gone. They've been erased. So Nimrod's value, Sentinel's value is pretty small. If the mutants come back, if Jean Grey gets a new uniform, you know, heaven and lords forbid. Wow, forbid. See how tripped up I get when I start talking about Jean Grey getting a uniform? You know, if we get other mutants getting their tier 3 like Strife, if Wolverine comes back and gets a uniform or whatever, if these things happen, then Hulkbuster's value goes up because he's an amazing leadership / support for these characters, right? Because I'm talking about machine types because as you can see here, well, I didn't even know he had that there, but he's going to be giving him, you can see 89k HP. He's giving him that extra HP because he's technokinetic, and then he's also going to be giving him that 35% all attack. That's huge, right? That really bumps up his stats. What's going to be interesting is a team like this, right? Is a team like this going to work? Is it going to work like this better, right? Because you have her leadership giving you the shield that synergizes with the 35% that he's going to be giving as well, which then further synergizes with the 35% that he's going to be giving. I don't have the uniform on now to show you guys, but you can see here that all allies are going to get 30% HP, all technokinetic allies, which are the machine types, and 40% all defense, right? So there's definitely a possibility. However, I would say that the teams are going to be quite specific and then possibly restrictive. On top of the fact that we don't have a debuff cleanse for these characters, right? There's no debuff cleanse leadership among any of these characters at all. The only one would be Nimrod. But then if you're using his leadership, I mean, you could do this and you'd have 65% HP for all 3 of them, which is pretty crazy. But then, I mean, this could work. This could work. I'm saying, but yeah, I guess it could work. But yeah, so they do have PvP value. How much value is yet to be seen. I think really their value is only going to come to fruition. It's only going to really showcase itself when War Machine comes out. So I wouldn't invest in them just yet for PvP if you're waiting on that. We got to see how good War Machine is. We got to see how much he adds to the team. The stat bump he adds is pretty ridiculous, but is that going to be enough to contend with Doctor Doom, Sentry, and these toxic PvP lords, right? Maybe it's good enough for Alliance Conquest to be like a second tier team to take out the Thanoses and stuff like that. But Conquest is a whole other bag of mixed skittles. So yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of Hulkbuster and Rescue. How hyped are you for War Machine when he drops in about a week? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.